Hello, welcome to the St. J's tour of the Religious Education website. First, you want to go to our website, stjays.page. And you can see up top this Religious Education tab. So just by hovering over it, you can notice all these little tabs appear. Programs and info, announcements for all, and so on. The real benefit of having this Religious Education webpage is that families can come in here and select whichever of these tabs relates to them or their questions. So if you're trying to help a parent to find information regarding their First Communion class, they want to know when is First Communion going to be, you can direct them to, there's a First Communion info tab on the Religious Education website. Go look at it. It'll have all the info that you're looking for. Same thing for confirmation. If anyone's asking about the adult class, you can direct them here. If anyone's saying, where can I access the online classes this year? You can tell them, go to the parish website, look under the Religious Education tab up top, and one of the options is online classes. If someone wants to register their child for Religious Ed, you can tell them to go to this register option. Announcements for all is just a summary of messages that I've made to all the parents and families over the past couple months regarding the program, and I've copied those emails onto this webpage so people can look back and see what the updates were from the past, because emails have a way of getting deleted or lost. So this way they can always find the recent announcements. And programs and info is just a helpful summary. Now, just so we can get some familiarity with how the website functions, if you click Religious Education up top, just clicking right on that tab, it'll give you a little welcome message with some contact info. So if you ever have anybody ask how they can send mail to the Office of Faith Formation or what phone number to call, here is our contact information. Now here, if they were to just click that Religious Education tab, like I said, this just shows all the other sub-tabs, just like you'd see by hovering over here. You got programs and info, just like here on the left, announcements for all, register, and so on. So this is just making sure nobody gets lost. They'll see the same thing here or by hovering over here. So let's look at programs and info. This has a little introduction, and this introduction includes little links to register. So again, if you're on this page and you're reading that like, I want to register, you can click there, or again, you could click this option there. So multiple ways to arrive at the same place here. Now this chart might be helpful for some people just to know what classes are being offered. Well, we've got all these grade levels here and sacramental prep years offered. I say level 3, level 4. Typically it's really just 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade. But sometimes you might have a 4th grader that wants to take the quote-unquote 3rd grade class. So we call it level 3. And the online classes, this link here, let's say level 4, the link for St. John's and Our Lady of Grace is the same. It goes to the same place. If they were to click that, it would go to the same place as, if you're up here and looking at online classes, you go to that drop-down menu. Look, you can have the same options. You can click 4th grade there. You can click 4th grade here. It goes to the same place. Similarly, this First Communion information, which is associated with the First Communion 2 year, which is the year in which they receive their First Communion, that info link is the same as this one, and it would go to, I gotta reset. This tab is not showing the others. Let's see, let me click on that there. Okay, that reset. So that First Communion info link is the same as this page here. So I'll go back to where we were under programs and info. Now, here where it says Confirmation 1 and 2, that's where it's helpful that we have a column for St. John's and a column for Our Lady of Grace, because you can see that the in-person option meets at different times in different places. There's also an online option for confirmation classes. There's a confirmation info link there, which again is the same as if you were to go here. And in case anyone asks, Confirmation 1 and 2 are always meeting together. The online classes are the same for both grades, and the in-person classes will have members of both grades in the same class as classmates. Now there's an adult or parent class also being offered at the same time as the confirmation classes. And there they are. Now if anyone had questions about the adult class, again, they can go there. I have some program highlights that people can check out if they want to read more about the program, kind of surf the web page a little bit. A schedule of the in-person classes. It shows the 3 Sundays that we have off from class. A little visual here to show the different class times. We got a schedule of classes for online, which again repeats these same 3 holidays. The attendance policy. So anybody's questions can be answered. There's also some wonderful First Communion photos from last year that are there. Okay, let's see what else we got. Announcements for all, I already covered. That site just looks like this. You can click on each of these dates and it reveals the message underneath. To register, you can tell families that there is a video here that explains the 3 instructions, step 1, 2, and 3. Step 1 is to watch the video, and to click the link above. They should be all set. So far, everybody has found that to be helpful. Now, online classes, this will be big. So they can click right on that link, or they can just go straight to their respective grade level subtab. All the information is in the same place. They'll find it. Because they click the main link, this online classes link, they can then find their specific grade level right here. And there's also these links here that they can sign up for their game quiz account. So GimKit is the name of a website that you can make game quizzes. We've done one for every single lesson or chapter of the Catechism. So if you're going into the First Communion 1 class, doing the online lessons, you'd want to hit that link to make an account on GimKit before you started. Now, if you didn't see this page and you went straight to the First Communion 1 online classes, you're still okay, because I've told everyone to follow these instructions, and the first step is to create that GimKit game quiz account. So hopefully people will see this in one way or another, and it should be all set. So when they're accessing these online lessons for the first time, they should create this GimKit account, and then scroll down to the bottom of this page, because the lessons are in order from bottom to top. So they scroll all the way down. Here we go. Once you hit the pictures of the churches, you've gone too far. So let's wait for it to load. Okay, this is what the lessons look like. It'll say lesson 1, 2, 3. Gives the Sunday where when the in-person version of this class would be offered, if there was an option for it. And it's kind of like, this is the first day that you should start doing this lesson. So step 1, play the video. Step 2, you're reading this chapter as the video goes along. And then 3, you click here to play the GimKit game quiz for that week. Okay, let's see what else we got. That's the online classes. Confirmation info. The confirmation details page here has the confirmation forms that you need. If anyone's asking, what forms do you need to fill out and when are they due? It's all right here. You can just direct them to the website. They can select which ceremony they're going to, and the appropriate forms will pop up. Let's click the St. John's one. Here it goes. It goes to this Google Drive that's got all of their paperwork on it. Great. This says when and where the confirmation ceremonies are. Also saying that for Our Lady of Grace, it's to be determined, hasn't been scheduled yet. And then a blurb on retreats and community service. If anyone asks, is there a retreat this year, or do we need to do community service like in past years? You can just say, hey, it's all on the confirmation info page on the website. But the answer is we have no plans for a retreat or community service because we're still monitoring the spread of COVID and seeing what policies we can have for the year so far. So we're not sure. We'll see as the year progresses. First Communion information. If anyone has questions about that, you can direct them here. We've got a First Confession guide, and I just have a blurb saying that we haven't scheduled any of the First Communion masses themselves, but they will typically happen in late spring or early summer of next year. and that we'll share more information on any retreats or First Communion rehearsals once we know more about that. So that's all there is there. And for the adult class, I just have a blurb here that says, welcome. If you're interested in learning more about the faith, come to the class, and I give some details. And there's no need to register for the adult class. All right, that's a little tour of our religious education website. Thanks so much.